Officer Peters, please. If you call our parents, it's just going to complicate things more.
And we weren't doing anything wrong.
And I didn't mean to break that lamp.
Listen, it's my family's cabin. He was there to meet me, okay? Not to break in. You've seen my ID. You know I'm a Buchanan.
I also know you're underage, and you can't vouch for him in this situation.
But I'm allowed to bring friends there.
Look at it from my angle. The burglar alarm was tripped. I was dispatched to check it out. I've got to file a report.
But we were not doing anything we were not supposed to do.
And there's no problem with my calling your parents, is there? We'll have this all cleared up in a few minutes, and you two kids can be on your way.
I've had such a wonderful evening. I hate to leave and go back to real life.
This is real life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know you weren't comfortable about staying in New York that weekend. But time has passed, and we're closer. So what do you think about spending the night together now?
Bo, hey. I was having a drink at the bar and I saw you sitting here. Wanted to tell you how sorry I was about your dad's problem with Buchanan Oil.
Yeah, well, you don't know the half of it. Come on, join me. I'll fill you in on all the gory details.
You sound as bad as I feel.
It gets a lot worse.
All right, shoot, I'll do better. Worse, you know what I mean.
Yeah, but you can't top this.
Really? Well, play your cards and we'll see.
All right. My wife is off trying to find her missing daughter. My long-lost son, who finally found his way back into my life, now he doesn't seem to like me all that much. And I still don't have a clue how to stop Carlo Hesser, because that slimy little worm keeps slithering around so much that I can't pin anything on him. So, there you have it. Patty, my boy, let's see you beat that.
Andy? How about some more coffee?
Sure. You know, that was some meal that Carlotta cooked up. It's just too bad that the host couldn't be here to enjoy it with us, right? I mean, his friend must be pretty bad off if he had to go out and help him.
Well, you know Antonio, you know, he gets so wrapped up in what he does that he just probably forgot about the time. In fact, if you guys don't mind hanging out a while, I think I'm gonna go try to find him.
I must have not heard your answer, Antonio. Is that my money?
It is. Only it's not as much as you expected.
No. Was Yuri a problem?
No. I just took a little off the top is all.
You're too smart to play games with me.
I'm not playing.
Very rarely do I make an error in judgment. But when I do, I find the most effective way to rectify it. You understand me?
Well, I'll admit that's a pretty sad story. Don't expect me to cheer you up.
Yeah, I wouldn't want you to strain yourself or anything. Maybe my melancholy friend would like a little food to go with his drink.
No, thanks, I'm all right. But you know what? Bring me another Irish whiskey. I'll be done with this one by then.
Oh, sure.
But you know what? Food doesn't have the same appeal it once did.
Patrick, you're starting to sound like an old man.
Well, it's my heart, you know. Aged prematurely. Too many hard knocks. But you know what? I could still help you catch Carlo Hasser.
No. No. Not by breaking into his place, okay? No, he would have a perfectly innocent explanation for anything that we would find in there, okay? Unfortunately, we're just gonna have to watch and wait for Carlo to tilt his hand. Once we know what he wants, then we're gonna know how to bust him.
Right. Watching and waiting, that's all I've been doing ever since I got to your sweet little town. Try to help you. And with all your watching and waiting and letting Carlo Hasser do as he bloody well pleases, I may as well stayed in Dublin. And with everything else that went wrong, I might be better off over there anyway. Thanks. Once you fill this one up again, you know, that way we'll keep the dishwasher from quitting past overtime.
Okay.
Right. Cheers.
Self-pity from an Irish poet. How unusual. Okay. So let's hear your lament.
You've heard it. I'm just bloody fed up. Nothing's turned out the way I wanted it to, or even hoped it would. And for one time in my life, I wish I could do something about it.
Just a check.
Okay.
You okay?
Mm-hmm. And I haven't been with anyone since Diego died. And when we went to New York, it was too soon. I was worrying about what my kids would say if they knew that I was, you know, moving on with my life, and frankly, what other people would say, because, well, you're Clint Buchanan and I'm someone's maid.
That never mattered to me. I mean, I've been rich, I've been poor.
And rich is better, right?
It's an upside, yeah. But I could be poor again one day, and I'd still be who I am. You'll still be who you are. We'll still have what we have together. And I think that's something special. I think it's important.
Mm-hmm. I know that now. Because I'm listening to my heart instead of my head.
What's it saying? What's it saying?
What's it saying? It says I should trust you.
I'm unavailable tonight. To anyone. Except you.
Looks like none of your parents are home. I left a message with your mother to contact me when she gets back from Washington.
Great, so we can go home? Listen, it could be hours before my dad gets back. I mean, what are we gonna do till then? Are you gonna lock us up?
And we haven't even done anything wrong, sir.
Look, it isn't even really my call, okay? I mean, you're both juveniles. I mean, once a policeman takes a juvenile into custody, I mean, even if the whole thing's a mistake, the juvenile cannot be released until one of the parents gets here. That's the law.
But that's so stupid.
Yeah, well, maybe you won't think so when you have kids. So, take a seat. You're gonna be here until we get at least one of your parents up here.
What do you think our parents are gonna do when they find out about this one?
I don't even want to think about it. Wait.
What?
I think there might be something we can do to get us out of this.
No way you're going out there to look for Antonio by yourself.
I'm a cop, Dylan. It's okay for me to go out after dark.
Andy, come on. You have no idea where he is. He could be anywhere. All right, I'll put the coffee on.
You know, it is kind of weird to invite guests over to your apartment and then just leave them there. Yeah, this isn't the first time that Antonio's just up and disappeared on me. Well, this friend of his who needs help, I mean, how bad off can he be? I don't know. I'm afraid to ask. I ask, it'll make him angry. You know, I think I'm just doing some cop thing, you know, interrogating him. And, maybe I am. I mean, I just can't just flip this switch and stop wondering what he's up to, you know? What is he up to?
You didn't make a mistake. You suckered me into doing a job and it's done. Here's the briefcase from Yuri.
Less some cash.
Yeah, well, it got a little more complicated than I expected. I had to deal with a bodyguard and Yuri. So I increased my commission accordingly.
By how much?
I took 900 instead of the 600 we agreed to.
Mr. Vega, next time we agree to finances up front, stick to it. Comprende? No adjustments after the fact.
There won't be a next time. I did a job. I got paid. And now I'm out of here.
Hey, Jess, look, I was just thinking, like, what if I get them to call Antonio? I mean, he's an adult.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But you think calling a brother would be okay?
Oh, why not? And you can call Kevin. He's an adult, too.
Yeah, Kevin would be cool about it. It's just Joey. I mean, he gets really uptight sometimes. You know, he's that really responsible adult. But Kevin would get us out of here. He'd keep his questions for later, though, but...
You know, Antonio will be really cool about it, too. I mean, you know, he's going out with Andy, but he knows how cops can screw up and ruin your life in the process.
So what do we do?
I guess get him to call. You ready?
Yeah.
Well, you two are in luck.
We are.
Yeah, Mrs. Carpenter just called back. Your mother just got back from Washington, and she was none too happy to hear her daughter was up here with a young man.
Okay, well, at least if my mom comes gets us, you don't have to bug his mom, right?
Actually, your mother thought she'd be able to track down Mrs. Vega. They'll probably be coming up here together. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, you sure it's okay for us to move our evening to the Bayberry Inn?
Well, there's certainly nothing to stop me. Christian is spending the night at his friend Eddie's, and, well, it feels right. I want to be with you.
Clint, excuse me. Carlotta, I'm terribly sorry. I was on my way home from the airport and I called to, pick up my messages, and there was a message from the Lantano Mountain Police.
What happened? Something at the cabin?
No. But an Officer Peters informed me that he has our children in custody.
Our children?
Yes. I'm sorry.
So now I'm out of here.
I'm going to drive up there right now, okay?
We'll follow you.
All right.
Maybe you would like a little food to go with your 3 whiskeys?
No. I'm saving room for the rest of the bottle. And its brother. Hello.
Okay. Hey, let's not get too careless around here. Now, let me get the check, all right?
Then to our liquor, let us sit. Wine makes the soul for action fit. Who drinks most wine hath the most wit. The gods themselves do revels keep, and in pure nectar tipple deep, when slothful mortals are asleep. Wouldst thou not join me in one drink?
Just, can't let my friend go down in flames all by himself. Just...
Okay. Don't worry about it. This one's on the house, Mr.
Oh, no. I'll take care of this one, laddie. Oh, boy. That's a little embarrassing. Do you know what we'll do? We'll stop by one of those machines that spits money at you.
An ATM?
That's right. Huh? Because I know the number. And we'll get it to spit out some coin of the round for you.
No, forget about it, Patrick. Tonight is on me. Come on, let's get you out of here.
Cheers. Here's to you.
Right back at you.
Jet fuel.
Come on. Let's get you out of here.
All right. Oh. Do you know what? Never felt at home in this place. Ooh. I need to walk the moors. I need to feel the tall grass brush against my face. Look up the wide, foreboding sky and know that mortality's a gift and not a curse, Bo.
Yeah, well, we're a little short on moors and tall grass here in Lambview, but I think I just might be able to find you some big sky country.
All right. You done with that?
Lucky, maybe it'll even be a little foreboding, you know? Go.
Hey, Antonio, where you been, man?
Yeah, we've been scarfing down your mother's great food, and you've been out doing who knows what. Okay, if I have to suffer the indignity of another birthday, I might as well blow out those candles that you promised me.
The lights.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Andy. Happy birthday to you.
Christian, I can't live if I can't be with you. Promise me, whatever happens, promise you'll find a way for us to be together.
I promise you.
This is it? Huh? This is your wide and foreboding sky. I've got to tell you, I'm a wee bit disappointed.
Well, I'm sorry, Thornhart. I think this is about the best I could do on such short notice. Let me tell you something. A lot of times when people get drunk, they end up in a whole lot better mood.
Why should not we all be merry? Our ale is as brown as a berry. Hey, down, dairy, hey, down, hey, down, dairy. Now that's a cheer for you. Do you know what? I should have sung it. But the tune escapes me.
I think I liked you better despondent.
Despondent? All right. Whoa! When in disgrace with fortune and men's eyes, I, all alone, beweep my outcast state, and trouble deaf heaven with my bootless cries, and look upon myself and curse my fate, wishing me back to one more rich in hope. Featured like him with friends possessed, desiring this man's art and that man's scope. With what I most enjoy, contented least. Yet in these thoughts myself almost despise me. Happily I think on thee, and then my state. Like to the lark at break of day arising from sullen earth, sings hymns at heaven's gate. For thy sweet love remembered, such wealth brings. And then I scorn to change my state with kings.
I changed my mind. Forget despondent.
Go fetch to me a pint of wine.
You know, I keep telling you, Thornheart, this ain't wine.
And fill it in a silver tassie.
Silver what?
That I may drink before I go. A service to my bonny lassie.
All right, this is the last one. You guys don't have to do this.
It's just a little reminder.
Oh. Yeah, kind of words to live by. Oh, what is this? Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's great. Oh, thanks a lot, you guys. Oh, you're welcome. I'm just glad that you liked everything. But you know what? I think it's getting kind of late, Dylan. I think we should head out.
So, everything okay?
Yeah, everything's under control. Thanks for asking.
Thanks for everything.
Listen, I hope tonight turns out the way you want it to. Thanks.
Happy
thank
birthday.
You guys.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. Okay, good night. Night.
You got my coat, right?
Got it.
Oh, hey, you know what?
What?
Why don't we take a walk to Angel Square? Tonight is, first warm night of spring.
Ooh, that sounds wonderful.
All right.
Okay. I'm always asking too many questions you don't want to answer, and you're always not answering the questions that I need answers to. I don't want you or me to be put in that position again. So if you have something to tell me, you'll tell me. Just understand that just because I don't ask doesn't mean that I don't want to know.
I do have something I want to tell you.
Just look, don't worry, okay? We are not gonna let him keep us apart, no matter what.
Christian.
¿Cómo tú puedes hacer esto?
What are you doing? Did you think we wouldn't find you?
We weren't doing anything.
You weren't? Then how come you wound up in jail?
I'm not in jail.
Jessica, it is not just that you have caused the police and your parents an awful lot of trouble. And it's also not just that you hitchhiked up here, or however you got here. Those in and of themselves are very serious issues, but they're not even the point.
Then what is the point?
The point, my dear, is that through everything, your father and I have always felt that we could trust you. And now we have to face the very painful realization that that is no longer true.
I wanted to be here for your birthday. And I'm sorrier than I know how to say that I missed it. I haven't spent much time saying I'm sorry in my life. Like, I know it must have looked bad, the way I went out tonight. And I think I know how it made you feel. It must have been embarrassing.
I don't embarrass that easy. I don't care what other people think. That's not the point.
Then tell me what is.
You scared the hell out of me tonight.
You didn't think I was coming back?
No, but for you to leave people alone like that in your apartment, it must have been pretty important.
That's true.
For something to be so important and you not to be able to share it with me. How can we have a relationship that means anything?
You're right. We can't.
I have drunk ale from the country of the young.
I think that is the trouble with you Irish. You drink whiskey and you call it wine, ale, stout. Let me quote a famous American poet for you. This must be whiskey because wine just don't sting like that. Don't you know something like Casey at the Bat? Or the shooting of Dan McGrew? I don't know, something just a little more real?
You want something realistic?
Yeah.
All right. Remember thee. Aye, doubt it not. Thy husband, too, shall think of thee. By neither shalt thou be forgot. Though false to one, thou fiend to me.
All right, that's enough, Patrick.
Enough. You're right. You're right. There's no use in poetry. No use searching for beauty. No use in hoping for love. Hoping for peace. Hoping for hope. Margaret Saybrook has destroyed all that.
And that's it. Here we go again. Patrick, I want you to listen up. Marty Saybrook is married to Dylan. Now, that's a done deal. So you got a choice to make. You can spend the rest of your life wishing for something that just ain't gonna happen, or you can pull yourself up by your Dublin cobbler bootstraps and get over it.
Don't you think I've been trying to do that every bloody day? Oh, I can't even kiss a beautiful woman without thinking that I've somehow betrayed her. And all the while, she's perfectly at ease, loving one man and kissing another. And not just kissing him. Heaven and earth must I remember. But marrying him as well.
That's it, Fatty. Come on, we're getting out of here.
I'll not be silenced till I have with the world my message shared.
Okay, listen.
Margaret Saybrook is a coward and a liar. And if she only had the courage of her convictions, she would with this poor poet be. And not that farm boy barkeep she never should have married. Oh, man.
This is all my fault. I should have known better.
Christian, no, it isn't. I mean, I'm the one who suggested it. And I'm not sorry either. I mean, I don't care if they lock me in my room and put boards over my windows. I will find a way to be with you.
I think that you and Christian have seen quite enough of each other. We're going home.
Well, I'd better drive back with Vicky and Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry about this evening. Here, why don't you drive Christian home in my car?
Oh, yeah, thanks, Kurt.
I'm sorry our kids got into trouble tonight. Especially sorry that it happened on a night when we had such nice plans. I'll talk to you soon.
You make me so angry.
Yeah, I know. Why? Because I ruined your night with your new boyfriend?
Dylan, please.
Just, whoa, Eve. Patrick?
You have betrayed me, your country boy, and yourself into the bargain. You chose to live a bloody lie, pretending to love another man when you and I both know it's me you love. As I love you.
No, well, you shut up. Listen, let's get out of here, or I'm going to arrest you for drunk and disorderly. You understand? Dylan, hey, listen, he's drunk, okay? He doesn't even know what the heck he's saying.
All right, fine, let's see how he talks with no
I'm
teeth.
begging you right now, please, Dylan, get Marty out of here. Take her home. I'll deal with Patrick.
Come on, please, let's just go. Let's just go.
I'm right here.
Now, shut.
Well, I'm not finished with you, Thornhart.
Where you going? I'm right here.
If we both agree that we can't have a relationship this way. And that's it. I guess there's not much hope.
There's a lot of hope.
What?
Because all those things I used to keep inside, bottled up, locked away, those are all in the past now. I know you got a lot of questions about where I was tonight. And you've got every right to ask. I know I haven't been good at answering them. And I know I haven't been good or square about things in the past. But that's all in the past. And I want to leave it there. Back with the old Antonio, too. From this point forward, I want everything to be out in the open. No more disappearing acts. No more unanswered questions. And definitely no more missed birthdays.
Thank you. You're the best birthday present I've ever had.
I hope not. Here.
Oh, that's beautiful. Is it new?
No, my father gave it to me. And I was worried I should have wrapped it in paper.
If you would have done that, I would have never gotten it open.
Open it.
Oh, my God.
It was my abuela's. My grandmother's. She gave it to me to give to the woman I love.
You know something, Patrick? I never figured you for a fighting drunk. Maybe melancholy, you know, a little brooding, but a fist fight?
Well, I guess I must be drunk then. Or else I never would have said. Look, every word of it was true, and everyone here knew it.
That's right. Luckily, in the morning, though, you won't remember any of this. Maybe you'll remember where to look for aspirin.
I do talk a bit when I'm in my cups, don't I?
Oh, a bit?
You know, my dad used to say, you couldn't get 2 words out of me. I'd have a couple of drinks and I'll be able to talk the hind legs of a donkey.
Yeah, well, you know, he was right about that.
I used to call her Angel.
Now, who does that guy think he is? Telling the world how he thinks it ought to be.
Well, he doesn't mean anything to us, so let's just not even talk about him. Okay? All that matters is the 2 of us in this bed right now. That's all that counts.
My plans this evening have nothing to do with why I'm so angry with you. I'm angry with you for real reasons, Christian, whether you realize it or not. You could have gotten yourself into serious trouble. You could have ended up in prison like your brother. What were you thinking of? Is that what you really want? You want to end up like Antonio? Don't you see what he had to go through? Don't you see all the hard work that he had to do to be accepted by society again? That's why, don't you understand? That's why I'm so angry with you. Because I'm afraid for you. And I can't promise that I'll always be there in time so that you can not do some stupid move that you can't take back.
I will not end up in jail. I know, Mom. I know how hard you've worked for your sons to have a good life. I know. Even Antonio turned out okay.
It's beautiful. It's what it is. What it means.
Get a seat. Te amo. That means I love you.
Nos besamos como novios, nos deseamos y hasta a veces sin motivo y sin razón nos enojamos.